Next up is a bag that has pretty much replaced the Army transport for me, and I'll get into why in just a minute. But it's the Sergeant by Portable Warfare. You can get it on their website. Just type Portable Warfare into your search engine and it'll pop right up. Uses the exact same trays as the Sabal line. They do make their own foam trays called Blue Foam. It's a little more expensive, and I don't have any of them. I think it's like $1 a tray more, something along those lines. But in general, I just go back and forth with the trays between the two lines of bags, so not a big deal. This costs anywhere from $35, $36 to $40 empty. I got mine at Miniature Market. They were on sale at one point, so I had them even a little cheaper than that. But overall, almost identical in capacity to the Army transport, but 2 inches less foam. So this holds 12 where that holds 14. And if that 2 inches is critical for you, then that will make your decision. The material is a little different. This is more of a canvas kind of material. It makes it a little bit lighter, but maybe in durability standpoint it may not be quite as good. It's got pockets similar, but actually this pocket, the 8x8 front pocket, has a little more room. Hard to say, maybe a 1/4 inch more room. It has a front pocket here, and then it has this front pocket, which is the 4x8 kind of size. But the difference is that, I don't know if you can see, this one opens up more at the bottom, probably from the side view, compared to the Sabal line. Let me actually, I haven't taken this upstairs. I can show you a side-by-side comparison of the two pockets. And this may or may not be important to you, but so this one opens this wide, and that one doesn't really open at the bottom very much. And that might be just because of the intensity of the stitching, but it's a hair less. You saw it was hard to get dice and stuff in the one bag. This one, they fit perfectly in the bottom. You could put a whole row of them across the bottom if you leave them in there. So it's still room to spare. So that actually works out a little bit nicer. That's not why I prefer this bag. It's just a little plus. It also has a mesh holder in the back, so you could, I guess if you wanted to stick a Codex back there, you could. They call these drink holders. I have no idea how you could get a drink in there, maybe a juice box or something. And it does have straps. I don't bother using them usually. So those are some things. Now the two things that I do like a whole lot better, and I will start with what is the most important, and which is really the deal maker for me, is that this actually opens all the way out like that. So I can just pull things out. It's much easier to get in, much easier to go back and forth with. You can see just 2 inches, so it's got, maybe this much less space. And then it also, when you're not using it, will fold up incredibly small. The other thing it has that I like, once I put it back together, is it has these pieces here, and that's why I brought this one down. This one has a bunch of models in it, but no trays. But you can actually, so that's why it's all floppy. Don't hold that against the bag. You can actually stack these, and when you stack them up, they're less likely to fall than the Sabal trays because of that. The other thing is it's 2 colors. They come in only 4 colors, 4 or 5 colors. They have a hot pink, I think a gray, and this one As you can see, I just dumped a bunch of models in there that I've got to redo. I picked them up off eBay for cheap. From a pure price standpoint, these are a hair cheaper. If you look at them, if you use 1-inch foam, it works out to 22 cents a model. 162 standard infantry models, 28 cents a model if you're using the 1.5-inch foam. And if you use the 2-inch Sabal foam, it actually gets down to 20 cents an infantry model. So about 5 cents per model cheaper. And then on a per cubic inch base, it's 0.03. So, you know, versus 0.037 inches, cents per cubic inch. It's not a huge difference. But overall, because of the top, because of it being able to stack, and I like the pockets a little bit better, I give up some of the durability, which I think the others is a little more durable, but this has pretty much replaced the Army Transport for me. Both are very good bags. I like them both. I still use them both. I just like this one a hair better. I would rate this one at a 4 to 5, probably a 5 for cost. Flexibility is a 4, just like the Army Transport. Sturdiness, I would give it a 3, just like the Army Transport. Weight, I would give it a 4 to 5. And capacity, I'd give it a 4, just like the Army Transport. So really the only difference is I like this top better, and it's a hair cheaper, and that's enough to be a deal maker for me.